My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to video games.
The road calls once more to its dark passenger.
Yeah, last run was not especially successful. What with the whole we died at literally the first combat room outside of the valley. Oh boy!
The seat of your denial, perched precariously in the murky gloaming.
I knew what risk I was taking. And I knew what the reward was going to be. And hey, if we managed, the reward was going to be pretty good, but it's fine.
Mankind became a mockery. His newly horrid outlines, a twisted tribute to the shape of your flaws. The crossroads, where lost souls hope to find their way.
The only problem is that I feel like we're going to end up constructing an especially similar party. Tracker, rough out rush. Whoa, sprained ankle, low movement resist. Yikes. Pillager Slayer and Needler on the Occultist. Fanatic Hater and Pyromaniac on the Man at Arms. None of these are particularly good. Iron Stance and Cadaver Fearing on our Plague Doctor though. Does anyone have something that's so good I might want to consider them regardless? Field Surgeon, I mean, I could run away. Theoretically. I don't have much access to applying combo to targets, which means Firefly is a lot less capable, which isn't especially great. Robust and Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac's actually a little bit better on the Jester. I could take a Jester. That wouldn't be too much of a problem. That would be the Blight Damage Jester with almost no HP.
A murderous melody lingers, long after the final chord has been struck.
Big problem here being that the Occultist would want to be in that build too.
To know the abyss, one must embrace it.
Okay, let's give this some thought. Taking off Battle Ballad and tagging in Harvest for a moment. If our Jester were rank 2, we could use them to open the fight with, Razor's Wit, Fade to Black, Harvest. Chance of giving either of the enemy midliners rather, a combo token. Sacrificial Stab and Binding Shadows then give us the ability to take that combo token and utilize it effectively. Specifically, if we go for the Binding Shadows, I drop Abyssal Artillery, I take Malediction instead, and we try and run the melee version of this build in anticipation of picking up Amnesis. Our healing in this party, especially with 20% less max HP, and then we've also got lines of extra max HP from Aspirant, but lower max HP from Soloist. I just wonder where all our damage comes from. What if the very front of the party was just... Oh, there we go. Let's go the Maniac Cloak. What if the very front of the party was just the Flagellant?
An undying blight upon the soul.
And then the very back being Plague Doctor.
Indiscriminate science stains the surgeon's hands.
So we've got a lot of different healing toolkits. We've got good, varied DOT damage. We've got individual target, we've got stress management, we've got the ability to reposition enemies reasonably well. Let's try this. So, Sackstab versus Binding Shadows. Binding Shadows moves us forward, Sackstab does not. They mostly differ after the upgrade, where Sackstab has the ability to gain on killing blow another unchecked power token. That said, Binding Shadows upgrade is just 50% of the time get an unchecked power token. Interesting. This has also lowered the debuff resistance and debuff resistance piercing of the character, so their debuff skills are significantly less impactful. I hope Malediction still strikes the enemy, even if they have debuff resistance. I can't always pass the exact effects implied by their text, alas. Heading back to the Plague Doctor, this one seems clear as day to me, still has to be Alchemist. Huge part of our damage and backline management. As for our Flagellant, I do like the idea of the Flagellant having some sort of I mean, I guess that the Flagellant is currently signing up just to be basically the party management. Drop Lash's gift for Acid Rain. I guess it's fine. You know what? Undying actually seems like a better way to heal other people at the moment. Because if they've got such low max HP, healing their max HP by a percentage is less effective than giving them a regen effect. Like, healing 25% of the target oftentimes here is going to be like 4 health, whereas healing, 3 over the next 3 rounds is 9. Is there anything else I especially need to be attuned to? I could definitely foresee a scenario where a early finale is especially good for us. I can't see that many scenarios where I'm going to want to use Fade to Black in order to return to the back line, so I'll drop that for finale. As for Paracelsus, similar kind of approach to last time. Do I keep Ounce of Prevention now? DOTs are so much more deadly when we have low HP. But I can't always afford the turn to actually manage them. That said, I don't have to make that decision right now forever. I can just make the best version of that decision right now, which is Ounce Prevention. We've got corpse removal, we've got combo setup, we've got combo execution. Okay. I don't hate this. I do not hate this. Let's go. I'm also going to keep the names from the previous one, as the party got to fly for milliseconds before it crashed into the ground. Sortil the Jester, the Occultist 3D, and then Tristan in the back line. All right, set out. I did pick a path for you, right? Yeah, examine it. Yep. Because we're going to want you to take as much of the damage as possible. I need to get rid of the bum leg, obviously, on our Flagellant. If they're going to be standing in the front line, I don't want them to have no movement resist.
Sacred and sputtering. The last hope for us all.
We've got no trinkets, no combat items coming into this run. We've got to start getting comfortable with that, because after the
welcomes you with open arms.
The next successful run will be the final chance we have
Your valley is not immune
to take anything in.
Stain.
Mag 'em up.
Measured and steady.
Wow. That resist. One down. Dang. Just short. Oh boy. The Jester is going to be targeted a lot. So maybe I should focus on using my melee advance from the occultist as early as possible, quite consistently. Yes, more and more, please. These two will die quite quickly, and hopefully the Jester doesn't go early in the next round.
Result.
Beauty. What a simple fight.
The past is gone. Let it die.
Between Endure
Push on to
and
the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
the Toot Horn, what's it called? Inspiring Tune. I suspect we don't need to upgrade a stress management tool here, so maybe we go damage very quickly.
The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
Let's have a look at what our provisions are. Shrieker Chick, plus 2% to crit per scouting gear item equipped, plus 2 to the quantity of looted baubles. There's also the Pygmy Pliskin. Extra healing received from skills per medical item equipped, and random hero after each location gets 10% health, and the unnatural owl, which we saw in the last run.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
So there is a sprawl ahead. If I wanted to start trying to pick up a
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
an almanac for extra damage. I mean, steak and spuds and stale bread, I'm probably going to pick up 2 of each of those to take advantage of the corpse light giving extra speed to characters. Deathcap spores for lower blight resist on a target, not that bad. Obviously, I've got to get my corpse light, that was always going to happen. So scouting, medical, and tinkers. I believe there's 1 medical, 1 tinkers here. Yeah, explosive magazine, chance to produce explosive items, increases stacking for explosives, and the medical item increases stacking for bandages and restoratives. Extra quantity of produced items from Surgeon's mixing kit. Don't love that. Bah. Greatest active host for extra blight resist. I mean, it really feels like it should just be the explosive magazine and the unnatural owlet, but I also don't apply debuffs to my enemies consistently much at all. I don't want the occultists to end up moving themselves to the very front of the party. Especially because Binding Shadows can't be used from the very front of the party, so we'll end up with a occultist in a position that I don't really want. Maybe I upgrade Sack Stab? Instead of Binding Shadows, but I still need Binding... So what? I'm gonna have both Binding Shadows and Sack Stab unlocked for this character at all times? Is that really what I'm currently intending to do? Because that's like that's what I'm airing towards right now. Woof. Not ideal.
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
If I'm going to the Fator, I'm gonna have a lot of difficulty blighting any of these enemies. A lot of my damage is gonna get negated from General Sean. Sorathil, 17 HP. That's one problem. Negative 20% max HP and another negative 20% max HP on both Tristan and Sorathil here. So I think I have to take fewer risks than I otherwise might like, but like going to the Sprawl is not fewer risks. If I had 65, I could get the explosives magazines as well as the Sprawl. Could be good. Alright. There's the Owlet. There's the Tinker's Gear.
Fight, but perhaps it can calm.
Punish can hit up to rank 3. Sorathil can use Razor's Wit as a way to reposition our occultist 3D such that they can use Binding Shadows again. Just don't think it's worth upgrading for that rate. Tristan, upgrading Magnesium Rain before we go to an area where all of the enemies have burn resist, especially, rather, doesn't seem especially clever. The Harvest upgrade seems sick if we're going into this area. I think I'll just take that by default. I think I want to upgrade the Sacrificial Stab as well. Alright. Let's try this. I'm intrigued to see how this will go. And my voice is betraying all of my confidence in this. Let's get 2 copies of Stakes and Spud.
The rigors of the road.
Everyone can get some buffs from eating food. I really don't see myself going to the Lair. So maybe I can keep my Whetstone. No, I'll give that to 3D. I want to see what's up. As for the rest of this, I mean... Strongbox, increased stacking of relics and baubles by 12 per stack. Not a bad way to try and save more space in an inventory if I want to build up a bunch of relics and baubles so that I can expend them at a later date, but I really feel like forcing myself to spend them as soon as I get them has been quite powerful. Soothing Poultice for some extra burn resist. That would be a great pickup. I mean, General Sean, you actually do want to take burn damage reasonably. So I think Sorathil and Sean will take a copy. Maybe just Sorathil even.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
The double whiskey, and sure, I'll go for one more soothing poultice then. As for relationships, let's get our midline dancers to form a better relationship with one another, and then I think we're ready to head out.
Another nameless city. Another inferno of mutilation and madness.
I believe I've done it all right. Well, not all right, but as well as I could have. In this instance, given my playstyle biases, knowledge, etc. Look, there's no strictly, fully, exclusively correct here.
Behold.
Not often, at least.
Cities of man, ruined and aflame.
So I do have to avoid the watchtower. I'm more than happy to take a road fight, road fight, hero shrine. Incredible. Very pleased for that. I moved! Why are you still hitting me? Ugh, that repulsed.
Haste and carelessness. Hallmarks of the unprepared. A calculated generosity.
Let's make sure we keep the jester alive, eh?
Nonetheless.
Get an unchecked power for the sake of that.
Malaise.
And that's enough bleed to guarantee 2 kills. Sure, no reason not to start punishing.
Strength dwindles. The enemy weakens and wanes.
Oh my god.
A slow dissection.
Ridiculous crits, but I can't get any stress reduction as a result. There we go, another unchecked power token for me.
The smallest
Right before the fight ends.
can make all the difference.
Oh, a mastery from a road fight. Don't mind if I do. Extra healing received from skills, but lower movement resist. I mean, yeah, I don't want to continue lowering the movement resist of the flagellant. They theoretically still can dodge a move. One move.
Look upon their noble struggle and be humbled by it.
5 torch in order to get some combat items. Tristan, I think you're right.
Abandoned or forgotten, it is ours now.
So some neutralizing powders and some clotting powders. We want the fastest members of our team to hold this. Clotting and neutralizing. So that if I'm up against an enemy where it's going to be important, I know to use it. Or rather, I can use it as well before they get their first chance. To try and hit a DOT on this. I would rather them not hit that, and my characters de-stress, actually. Ah, we resisted the move, but not the stun, unfortunately. Demon's Pull does displace targets so effectively in this fight, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to be focusing on that. plague up the back line a couple times. Well, never mind. Of course, Flagellant doesn't get an opportunity to do that. Ooh, here's a finishing blow. Oh. Yes, damage me. I think I just used Finale on the backline Villager Crackshot. Set them up to die to their own DOT there. I think I've successfully set up a world where that's an F.
Variable.
That's an F.
All the difference. A brilliant conclusion.
That is absolutely a death. Well done.
Of trust.
Bunch of heals. Positive relationship charges as well. The enemy blights out. This was another hallway fight as well. Mastering?
Threats await those who dare.
Look. I just want it. I have so many skills on pretty much every one of my characters that I want to master. I just really want it. Hero time. Alright, time to do this seance correctly. Recognizing that the shambler may also try and contribute its own stress to the situation. And maybe I shouldn't teeter on the edge of a breakdown at all times.
Drawing vitality from the assembled mediums, he would hold fast against the thing and harness a portion of its power.
Oh, we crit immediately with a weakening curse there. Get double weaken and vulnerability. They try and get us to make way with some weakness. So I do want to channel strength. But I suspect the Dimensional Shambler is going to strike the party behind, and I can channel strength off of them after that. So perhaps I should weaken them again. Ooh, they resisted. There's the stress I was looking for. And now I can take that stress away. Or rather, take the combo away. Good God. We actually got stunned. Ridiculous. Stunned or dazed? Dazed. I think I have to use Shifting Boundary. I didn't want to do that. Managed to weaken the enemy this time, thankfully. They ask us to make way. Channel some strength. Still weakened, but I'm closer to being able to sear through the stars. That said, I'm probably gonna have to use Mind Over Matter pretty soon as well. Mm-hmm. Apologies, my vitality is lacking. Consume comes through with even more bleed. Now I really wish I'd waited. Especially because there's another burn as well, yikes. Channel strength. If the enemy doesn't weaken me here, they do, and I am weakened. And the vulnerability is disappeared from the enemy. So, oops. I'm going to weaken the enemy here. Consumed one more time. That's additional bleed. We also get some additional burn at the start of our turn. Excellent. The Dimensional Shambler might just hit the back line. Wait. 30 to 60 damage, Searing Stars. Yeah, let's just murder you in a single attack. Power of the Void is mine. I just needed not to be weak and the enemy to be vulnerable, but I didn't think I was going to be able to set that up.
Currents of infernal origin. His apotheosis was complete.
The Burning Stars. Requires self to have 2 or more unchecked power token. Ignores the enemy's block. From any of our back 3 positions to any of the enemy positions. 8 to 16 damage at a 10% crit rate, as well as target gains combo. That's really good. Obviously, it requires a lot of setup to get there. But, like, it's nice that I have a different payoff than just Malediction currently. That said, I still don't think Burning Stars is necessarily everything we want. Yeah, I do want to go to one of these question marks here. Do I think there's any chance I would survive the Lair? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Yeah, literally, if we get categorized, we're, like, gonna stay in our order. It's kind of cool. We've got some burn resistance. We've got a reasonable amount of burn resistance, in fact. Got the ability to drop giant damage as well as consistently strike. I don't know, maybe I could. I have to just grapple with the fact that I'm intentionally constantly taking ridiculous risks. Am I dying? I died last episode. I've died trying to do this before. Not being categorized out of order, having access to battlefield medicine as well as ounce of prevention, yeah. I don't know, I feel like I could. Tag the Von Hex before the fight instead so I can try and remove their dodge and give them vulnerability if they're in a bad position otherwise for us. Maybe tag in Sepsis as well before the very end. I like that actually a lot. What should General Sean drop? Honestly, it's probably undying. The sepsis here.
Though decidedly inconvenient, at least we know what's coming.
Exactly. The others were question marks. They could have even been lairs. I'd die at one of those. So instead, I'm going to go to this lair. Oh, hello, honey. A noxious Ichabomb. Love to see that.
Is invaluable until it becomes an excuse for inaction.
Especially considering the old sepsis bomb we're considering for the end of the fight, maybe?
The library burns, and with it the remains of philosophy, reason, and insight. The slow suffering begins.
Ooh, the additional burn from Pyromaniac is actually going to guarantee that the Shaman dies before it ever gets an action here. I'd love to do some stress management in this fight. Let's focus on making sure that the Whipper doesn't just ruin our lives. Hello, Riposte. One of them got burned. We did manage to move the dodge token off them, though. Firebomb is enough damage to guarantee the death of that target. Unfortunately, the Jester doesn't get to take a natural turn. But I will start stealing stress from other characters. Ooh, nice crit. No stress recovery from that, though.
Easily resolved.
Would have loved a little bit of stress recovery from that. Absolutely, the Imletist and the Shaman need to go down here as quickly as can be made possible. Yep, didn't want to see that. Dodge token gets invalidated. Ooh, the Shaman's going down as well. Love to see that. I'm going to shout more in order to direct the attacks of the Brawler. They were almost certainly exclusively going to go for our front line here anyway, but now I get to heal off of it.
Bravo!
Oh, solid crit for 15 right there. Love to see that. Our Jester hasn't gone yet, so destroying the corpse here with Magnesium Rain reveals the ability to strike the Imletist as well as the Pit Fighter at the same time.
Measure out your violence, then apply it judiciously.
Jawbreaker continues to move our Flagellant. Oh, love to see a pummel completely negated like that. Yeah, let's go for the one that actually has Deathlow resist. 2 crit removed from the... Sorry, 2 stun? 2 stun. 2 DRT? Stress is the word I'm looking for. Found it in the end. 2 stress removed from the party there. Food gear, the bottom still. Love to see that. Oh, complete catalog. Apply on crit. 3 burn. And at combat start, 3 burn. 25% of the time. There's also the Charred Litany. +3 to burn dealt. -2 to burn duration dealt. And gain on burn resist -2 stress. The Enlightened Element, apply on hit, burn 25% of the time, 3 burn that is. And at turn start, if you are at or above 8 speed, a dodge token. And then finally, the Searing Scripture. And this is for the Flagellant alone. At round end, steal a negative token. Remove combo. Wow. On target, with the Endure skill, steal negative token, steal the combo token. Holy shucks. Let's do it. I want to see it done. Okay, at least the librarian's biggest book isn't at the very front.
Destroyed.
Okay.
Observe the subject carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses.
So I'm thinking I set up the vulnerability to start with here. But then Acid Rain is going to be what uses that vulnerability. So maybe 3D just wants... Yeah, Acid Rain would be the way that's used. So maybe 3D just wants to remove their own weakness by attacking. Start trying to blight up the boss a bit. Stress when it's reasonable and available. Oh my god, a crit blight there as well. Huge impacts on that librarian. I'm actually going to get damage down. Don't you dare smokestack me for vulnerability. Categorizes. Oh, please. Back to the starting position for the party, I guess. This will actually also give us now the ability to use Vulnerability Hex for vulnerability as well as the removal of a dodge token. I could use Ounce of Prevention right now in order to... No, because then I still have to use Acid Rain after that, so I may as well continue trying to deal damage.
Dissection. An unavoidable end.
And the damage dealing is going well. Finale my way out of there for 22 on a crit as well. And now the targets are in position. How dare you 14 crit? Basically the entire life away from my Plague Doctor. My huge DOTs on the enemies, unfortunately, also disappear very, very quickly because of the... Ooh, yikes. Got a battlefield medicine to save my HP. I gotta get through those dodge tokens somehow as well. Oof. Big crit. Because the enemy has 3 turns each round, so they lose all of the DOTs very, very, very quickly, unfortunately. Dang. Unfortunately, I am blind and still blinded. 25% chance to hit against the dodge. But I do need to remove the blindness off of myself and the dodge off the target if I ever want to hit again in the
Hallmarks of
future.
the unprepared.
I'd love to use something except for Battlefield Medicine here, except I would also like to have a Jester, so averaging those out. And that's a bleed. One turn of mandatory reading to get it down to death's door, and then boom! Nope, that's death's door again. Don't kill, don't kill, don't kill. Please don't kill anyone. Oh boy.
Dragged back from the brink.
Oh, thank you. All right. We're gonna spend the rest of this first floor healing from that.
Die.
But also, look at the bounty of things we've just claimed. Holy crumbs. Oh, hero goal complete. What was that? Sorithil wanted to land the killing blow on a Gorn. I guess that counted. Okay. The trinket you are picking up, buddy, is the Searing Sculpture. At round end, remove one negative token and remove combo. Or using Endure, steal a negative token, steal combo. Negative, but lower burn resist in this area, unfortunately. De-stress on burn resist as well as deal additional burn. I think Charred Litany goes to the Plague Doctor, and we use Magnesium Rain for 5 burn on all enemies each turn. And if it crits, but it can't crit on anyone, but it does hit. So that's a possibility of Enlightening Element actually also having an impact there. Lose a wheel
fight so that others may flee.
and head into a battle. Also, no way to avoid the upcoming Hoarder. I think I have enough to make use of Hoarder? Actually, hang on. M. No. C? There we go. I need to quickly have a look at my tags for this fight, because Sepsis is going to be significantly less impactful, obviously Undying. Let's equip a healing item, as well as medicinal herbs. Retargeting the enemy's position. I guess Malediction doesn't matter that much unless I'm in a fight where I can actually use it. Think that's all of the modifications I need to make. Yeah. Cool. Let's head into the burning pile. Wow, our team are cowards. I'm gonna have to force a really negative relationship in my party in order to actually get to fight here. Because the fights give me opportunities to benefit. It's as simple as that.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Yep, all of this makes sense so far. Now, do I try and Acid Rain the backline? If I Acid Rain the backline, that would guarantee the Sacrificial and the Imletist are out of the fight. Done. So the sacrificial is only going to be moving forward. That's all they're going to do. Don't need to worry about a target that's, not going to do anything. Weird Reconstruction does manage to hit for a full 18 and a bleed. How dare you blade tornado us? I suspect more might be our best way to mitigate ill effect at this point. Speaking of mitigating ill effects,
A small foundation of trust.
played him a tune. Uh-oh. That's not good. Yeah. If that connected, it was guaranteed to kill, which made it a lot easier to decide. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, there we go. Big healing for one character, at least.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
That's enough to guarantee I don't have to worry about it again. Thank heck. I mean, I would love to immediately heal or anything like that.
Compassion quiets the howling mind.
Alas. I mean, I feel like I just redistributed health and healing over the course of that
Though
fight.
unpleasant in the extreme, this work is noble and necessary.
This is what we were looking for. Snappy Swig, +1 to burn dealt, and at turn start, if speed is at or greater than 8, 50% chance to gain a crit token. That gives a backliner that has any reasonable amount of speed the ability to crit ridiculously. I'd love to actually use Magnesium Rain as well. Is 6 damage to all enemies actually that good? Is it worth rolling their possible resists consistently? I don't know. Let's get some Blight Resist on Sorathil, who's aching for some HP.
Let us hope the
Oh wow, I'm perfectly carving around all of these. Oof. I'd love to find a little bit of food. Some neutralizing powders there as well. Alright, Hoarder, what do you got?
He struggles to decide what is real, holding back fits of laughter and tears.
Royal Summons, when moving, 10% chance to gain a crit token. Play out, removes a negative token, and if you're in rank 4, greater sharpness charm, plus 20% damage. Not bad. The Sparkle Ball, apply on hit, 15% chance for each of those. God! Snappy Swig with that would be ridiculously good. I guess we do have the possibility of burn resisting the burn from unchecked power, right? Let's also have a look at our other available options. Ah. Well, interestingly, none of these options are Tinkers. Oh wait, no, Blueprint. +1 to the quantity of produced items from Stagecoach. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. That would let us only get a trinket with 50 as its cost instead. The big reason I like the idea of taking Sparkle Ball is because opening every fight with a Magnesium Rain that also applies possible debuffs of all kinds to the enemy does seem really good. I guess when I apply Burn as 3D, I want it to pretty quickly get used. Maybe I do that. Yep. I'm gonna buy Sparkle Ball. And we're gonna use Magnesium Rain as our big priority. As for where we currently are... What's the... Can't remember how to bring up the wagon. I don't know what torch I have available at the moment. I'm gonna assume not that much. But I don't think I need to buy Glimmers of Hope. Pickle Bomb is explosive. Holy Water would be a really good way of dealing with combo if I didn't already have that, courtesy of General Sean. I think maybe I want to hold on to my money. Is it possible that one of the ones we go to up here is a field hospital? Maybe. If I had Laudanum, I think I would take it. But we don't. Ablated powders for burn resist and stress reduction on burn resist. I don't think so. Alright. The only consideration here, I think, is still the possibility of taking Holy Water to deal with Exemplar. But I think Sean's already got that on lock. Alright, let's leave. Burden me not with your salves and raps. I'm gonna move Sorathil in 3D, actually. Sorathil needs to have access to Inspiring Tune on the first turn, and 3D needs to be capable to use Sacrificial Stab on the first turn rather than Binding Shadows. So I'd have to fight on the road if I took the right. No, I take the left, obviously. It's a road fight, and then a room, and then a road fight. That's just more opportunities to try and fix my party.
Pillaging brigands, enriching themselves as the world collapses.
Oh, there's only 2 of them. Oh. Let's use more. I would obviously prefer our frontliner here to take the hit.
Lenity, grace, small acts that drive back the darkness.
Magnesium Rain blinded, it also hit the burn. One down.
Finish this quickly.
Okay, if I can heal with Battlefield Medicine, I will take this as slowly as I possibly can. Punish also hits our own frontliner, and in doing so, triggers more, so we get a little bit more HP out of it. And then next turn, we're looking for Sorathil to cast... Ooh. Hey, good crit, and a little bit of stress healing to cast the Inspiring Tune one more time. And in fact, towards that end,
Compassion quiets the
because we know that the enemy just dies to the DOT. Okay. That fight was pretty good for us, Stress.
Pleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Not excellent for our party relationships. This entire area has been suboptimal for our party relationships. What? It is a hospital?
Work, but undertakes it nonetheless.
Sprained ankle. Told you I needed to remove that.
Be defined by our shortcomings.
It's such a low chance to actually provide that burn, but at round start, invalidating my own turn to be able to throw a firebomb seems so tough. Let's give you better positive relationship chance. Checking into the pharmacy. Yeah, we can start buying some laudanum too as well. Maybe some healing salves. Definitely taking all the laudanum. I don't know if I do need the healing salve right now. I'm gonna be very aggressively using this laudanum as well. It is a weak constitution that needs such things, says General Sean. You would think so, wouldn't you, Flatulent? Oh! This is my impression of the Flagellant. Oh yeah, no, I'd love a painkiller. Oh, that's one word. No thanks. Magnesium Rain unfortunately does not manage to hit all of the debuffs on all of the characters in the way that I'd hoped, alas. See, now we've moved fair and square without a bum leg. Oof. I would love to go for the Inspiring Tune on turn 1, Endure Inspiring Tune on turn 3 as well. I think I might be able to afford it. It's the cooldown that forces me to do this all out of order. Dog down. Sacrificial Stab has managed to clear some stress. Ooh, put a bit more stress clear as well there with a crit. Applies some vulnerability to the second line target here. I'll steal your stress, stealing the weak token from you as well.
Acts that drive back the darkness. Malaise, measured and steady. A steady subtraction.
And then at the end of turn, we lose the weaken. Woohoo! Magnesium Rain again. Stress continues to be managed. Health a little less so. My god, you crit like a truck, occultist! Who taught you to crit like that? It wasn't me.
A small reprieve from this carousel of horrors. This wound, at least, has been tended to.
I would have loved another crit there, alas.
Continues.
Good work, team. Little bit of relic, little bit of baubles. And now it's time for the Rampart by itself. Oh yeah. Is there anything I think I need to change prior to that fight? Yeah, Blight's very unlikely to come out from the enemy. Bleed is almost guaranteed, and I should definitely get a clotting powder on our flagellant as quickly as possible here. Altar of Cowardice, knockback on hit, oof. Oh, that's gonna be a tough time.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Clotting powder for the flagellant. I can try and pull the altar out of position. Which also pulls the evangelist out of position. In fact, if they attack in the wrong order, it gets both of the evangelists, like, really meanly. As much as I want to go Magnesium Rain immediately, the altar is definitely the main target, and the main damage that's available for that is unfortunately from Sword Hill there. Move forward and give it a combo stack. No.
Passion quiets the howling mind.
Oh. Come on, rush, rush. Yeah! Let's put the other evangelist out of position for their upcoming rush. 15, the altar's dead before it even gets another action. Hell yeah. Magnesium Rain for the enemies, and it does set up 6 different debuffs, including an Immobilize, a Weaken, and a Blind. No! The door! How dare you get out of it? I suspect that more seems useful right now. Blood Commune, resist the bleed. Damn it, resisting the bleed would have been de-stress. Flame is too low for me to see anymore, unfortunately. Alright, Herald. You come out of position. It's time for you to die. Oh, get dazed and vulnerable? So I feel like we took a risk at the, I feel like the risks that we took in the last run, for the reward that we were hoping for in the last run, trained us more appropriately for the risks that I'm taking in this run, and the rewards are even greater than the rewards from the risk we failed. All this to say, I'm very, very hopeful for this run. I am blinded. Dang. Disharmony has occurred. Herald's soon to die.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Oh my god. Crits like a truck. Blood Bond! Unfortunately, we no longer have the blood resist effect. Oh well. Oh, and that's down on death's door. That's one evangelist dead. How dare you get mad about that?
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Nocturne Commune, I love it when you do that. All I have to do is anything to you. Oh wow. Battlefield medicine first.
Rarely in these times. Savor it.
No, we'll just go for the classic. The classic here is murder. Beautiful. Couple little relationship buffs over the course of that fight.
And blaze the trail to your redemption.
Locked Jaw. If a stained item is equipped, extra resistance piercing for all DOTs. It's also extra debuff resistance on the Dark Impulse, but lower damage per negative token. I don't really see that being a thing we want to utilize. At least not right now. All the things that make my DOT really silly would have to give up 2 of their slots to the Dark Impulse and Lockjaw for that to work. Complete Catalog. I did forget how powerful this is. Apply on crit as well, good lord.
These warm candlelit windows promise refuge.
All right. Ooh, that was a invigorating poultice, wasn't it? So that's +4 speed, which means we can activate the snappy swig.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless.
General Sean, 3D, and Tristan each gain a pickup here. The extra 100% hazardous route scouting. I already have that in the party, so it's not necessary. Greedy and Pillager Fearing. Not that bad. Fog of War was completed. Insufferable Librarian was taken out. Mountain's Shadow versus Cosmic. We do 20% extra damage until the next end, so we can take a couple more threats than we otherwise might.
The means of mastery.
Haze, negative 300% to location and route scouting, but visit an oasis, please. Heatwave, lower burn resist across the entire thing. Oh, that's sick. And clear out the lair. I would love to do that with the Heatwave. Oh my god, we are so prepared for that. Tristan and General Sean being able to hit the back line every available turn, it's so good. Yeah, yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. I kind of want to upgrade Magnesium Rain. It feels like such a tiny upgrade, but I do want to use it like every time it's available, if that's okay with you. Let's have a look at the provisioner.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Playing cards for the party. Try and get some better relationships going on. I think I'll buy both of those.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Incredible. One more? Oh, and we got a Tactical Thinker on Tristan. That's huge. So Tactical Thinker is plus 5% chance by base to crit. Also Iron Stance with the extra movement resist. And at round start, 15% chance to gain Dodge Plus. I don't believe Magnesium Rain can crit, but it is an attack. And I know that DOTs, I know that that debuffs can crit as well and enhance their own reduction, their own piercing of the enemy's debuff resistance. Okay, in Mastery Training, first things first, like, more would be a huge pickup for us. I've also got to start thinking of General Sean as less of a full damage character, just because the entire rest of the party is that. And it's not a shame to have to utilize them otherwise. Tristan, what are you using most often? Battlefield Medicine with 5% extra heal, but it's the self. It's the removal of the DOT on the self that really gives Battlefield Medicine its value here. You know what? I'm folding. I'm doing it. I'm going for the magnesium there. Especially because Tristan has 4 speed by base at the moment, is going to have 1 more when I feed them, but also is going to have 4 more from the Stimulating Poultice, taking them to the point that the Snappy Swig, at turn start, if your speed is at or greater than 8, gain a crit token 50% of the time, is going to be active. That crit token, I think, will work on Magnesium Rain, which, if it does, means that I'm going to burn all of the enemies ridiculously. Consider, apply on crit, 3 burn. So we apply to all enemies, 4 burn from Magnesium Rain, plus 1 from Snappy Swig, 3 burn from Complete Catalog, plus 1 from Snappy Swig, and also crit, so both of those last for 5 turns. That's 40 damage. I'm gonna have to start pre-purchasing Stimulating Poultices to keep this alive. I want it so damn bad. General Sean, you need the ability to survive more stuff. Endure is one of your strongest abilities at the moment because it's also a combo redistributor as well as a debuff removal tool. So that and more are like your bread and butter skills. I wouldn't be entirely saddened to upgrade both of them here. I don't think I need that and Inspiring Tune. I think having Slice Off activated for Sorathil is a huge boon as well. Maybe I upgrade Weird Reconstruction, get a secondary saving healing tool online. I'm gonna do it. And there goes all my mastery. I don't think I need the bounty hunter for this region, and I'd rather people form better relationships with one another over the course of it.
You must go.
It's 18 more to get.
Repaired and refurbished. Ready for the leagues ahead.
The Rhapsody. Are any of the negatives still, like, impactful? Greedy, I guess? Maybe I could remove greedy, but realistically, I have a lot of food. I have a lot more food than I thought. Maybe I pre-buy a Stimulating Poultice for the future. And then just get another Laudanum to stack atop the Laudanum that Tristan's already holding for a full stack there. I'm so excited to see how this is going to go in the next area. A speed bag as well for dodge. I'm going to give that to Sorathil. Excellent. And in the next episode, we're going to make our way out.
Road a winding torment. Every turn, bent on our destruction.
To the Tangle, negative 20% to burn resistance, Spelunk. It's gonna be a good time.
Mud and rain, resignation and death. This land is truly barren.
Any positives? Oh. Ooh, yes there is. A respectful relationship.
A bond to be counted on.
Plague Grenade and Inspiring Tune, two things I use relatively consistently, give buffs to one another. And we're entering the Tangle. We've got the mission to take out the Lair boss here, and I will very quickly draw a circle around the interaction that I am hoping to see work.
War. Rewards only resignation.
Alright. So what I'm looking for here is Tristan has 9 speed and has the Snappy Swig. Snappy Swig is +1 to burn dealt, and at turn start, if you are 8 or above on speed, 50% chance to gain a crit token. I'm hoping that that crit token is capable of applying on a Magnesium Rain, which is target all enemies for burn, cooldown of 1, and would possibly, in combination with the Stagecoach item complete catalog, apply on crit 3 burn, be able to apply 8 burn for 5 turns to all enemies at the start of battle 50% of the time. Okay, I have to go to the right in order to get to the Lair. Don't really get a choice on that one, so we'll go there. I'm just gonna quickly slow down to make absolutely sure that I haven't purchased something that I intended to use in a different fashion.
Analysis is invaluable until it becomes an excuse for inaction.
Buddy, that is... I took a millisecond's worth of time there. Sure, maybe it was multiple thousand times that. Basically the same. Hang on. One of these brings up the heroes, right? C? C, there we go. Okay, so is there anything I need to change for the sake of the Lair? I could see sepsis being particularly important. Shutting down the final boss quite quickly. I'm not going to get repositioned by the enemies in this fight, so instead of taking Burning Shadows, I'm going to... take Malediction, the ability to give the target DOTs whenever they take damage. I don't believe anything is going to be needed here for Sorathil to change. Neither for Tristan. Alright, let's head in. I just want to see this interaction. Does it work like that? Or can't it crit? It seems like it's an attack. If I have a crit token...
Keep a general and his loyal lumbering guard.
Unfortunately, we don't get the token there. That said, still going to open up with Magnesium Rain. $12 health off of all targets on the field. Seems good.
Observe the subject carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses.
First things first, please attack our frontliner. Because of things like that. Only seems appropriate to roll Harvest quite early here. We also set up another combo trigger. Oh man. Going to down. Okay, not going down to Death's Door just yet at least. Wow, they got a crit token. Where's mine? I'm above 8 speed. There we are. Whee!
A master stroke.
Throw out some giant blights there.
The Hold fast.
Oh my gosh.
For who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Really target him, eh? I'm gonna give him some HP back. I'm gonna take HP away from him, actually, as it turns out. And I'm gonna give him a DOT that he might be able to trigger at the start of his turn to immediately die.
At last, the thing is finally passed on.
Huh. What do I do now? I don't know.
One less obstacle in our path.
I mean, like, I'm gonna have to avoid every oh,
Easily
God.
resolved.
I don't think we can do this anymore. I think that was kind of the death knell for the whole operation right there. And I would have loved them to crit a lot less. I'm now in the weird position again of feeling like I know the fight is over. Like, I can't continue fighting here. Feeling like I know the fight is over, but that
one's odds is never a wasted endeavor.
But the episode just began?
An elementary problem, is it not?
Okay. Here's the thing. My goal has changed. It is no longer win the run. It is now get to the hero shrine. If I can get to the hero shrine and use it, that's gonna have to be all I need. Because I won't really be able to do anything else.
The loathing festers.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage. There is a lot of my body that's like, I don't know how that happened.
Debasing themselves in the face of the end.
Wow, tactician, tactical thinker. I'd love to, but I can't. No fight left. Time to run away. We'll go to the academic study, and then the hero shrine thereafter.
Up ahead, the seat of our regrettable research.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Amidst the spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power.
Each enemy on hero on combat start shuffle. Each hero on combat start shuffle.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
No road fight, please.
Look ahead.
Doesn't look like there is one.
Remember and reconcile.
Excellent. I mean, hey, the reason the occultist had to come on all of these missions was because we were looking for the end of the occultist's hero shrine, but now we open up all of our parties as the occultist has their final engagement.
Chapter 5. An eternal flame. Emerging from his trance, he met the charred, steaming corpses of his acolytes with a shudder. He could sense the eldritch entity stalking the edges of his consciousness, probing for weaknesses. He had become a beacon, a conduit to unknown regions, and would be assailed by those blasphemous forces all the rest of his days.
That's the Eternal Flame. Resolved. +1 to Mastery, and we've unlocked Amnesis finally. Oh, sick! It requires our own unchecked power to be 2 or higher, but it is bleed to all enemies on the field. A large bleed as well. Chaotic Offering requires our own HP to be above 15% and has a cooldown of 3. On self, 15% damage and an unchecked power token. Random side effect, which I assume is just apply 1 of any token, and then turn start, unchecked power for the next 3 turns. So Chaotic Offering is your way to get Amnesis on turn 2. That's cool. Chaotic Offering, Burning Stars, Amnesis. Wait, Burning Stars is not really going to be very applicable for us. Yeah, Malediction, I guess. Woo, we did it! Yay! I don't think the Oblivion Synchros is going to allow us to run. Or I guess it might. The road fight certainly won't.
The avatars of Oblivion, clergy of the spreading stain.
Let me just see if Magnesium Rain can crit! Please, I must know. I must. I'm gonna leave Magnesium Rain open just in case. I think these fights might be scaling to our party in a strange way. There we go, a death blow and combo pickup. Magnesium Rain.
Bravo!
Yes, it crits, but it doesn't count it as having crit for the sake of the
Greater threats await those who dare.
the complete catalog? What's that? The librarian's head, rather? Why? It... Oh! Entirely out of flame because we keep running away from battles. So now we don't even get to choose where... Oh!
A parody of human outline.
Yeah.
Be destroyed.
Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Classic Plague 'em up. Prelude misses. Use a Chaotic Offering in order to start getting some unchecked power out here. I don't expect to win, but I will do everything I can. The altar is about to be sacrificed as well. So, unless I can kill it in exactly 1 action here, I cannot. Then I just have to...
Compassion quiets the howling mind.
Start lighting up the big boy. There's that sacrifice. Now you have all of that worship and riposte. Plotting powders on myself because I don't think I think I should plan to not win this fight, rather. I'm not planning to lose the fight. That's poorly phrased. But I'm not planning to win, if that makes much more sense.
The pulse slows. Sanity returns.
No crit tokens whatsoever on Tristan. 50% every single round to have generated a crit token, by the way. We'll set up combo on the target as well as reposition here.
Steady.
I could certainly theoretically see a situation where a solo actually manages to almost take this enemy out for us. Oh. Hello to a new enemy. Oh wow, I really can't believe you.
Another blow on the bruise.
It calls and I am unable to resist. Well done, Jereb.
Unforeseen complication.
And that'll do it. I don't think the single traveler was gonna
but to no avail.
last much longer after that anyhow. So I imagine what I've probably done here is tack this on to the end of the previous episode.
Deepen your understanding, and victory will come.
Which makes a certain kind of sense. Releasing a 17-minute episode by itself doesn't seem an especially good idea. Man, the corpse light is really knocking me about. Maybe I should take some time to think about the ways I might want to reapproach this in the future. But for the moment, I already gave the spiel last time, and I probably didn't entirely cut that out. Because I probably had like some summative message in there I wanted to keep. So I'm just going to vamp over the course of this period of time, and eventually it's just going to run out of time and I'm just going to be completely cut off while I'm speaking. So hopefully that happens relatively